Alrighty guys, so just doing some work here on the Pro Push 2044 coon manure spreader. I had to fix up the floor a little bit, and then I was crawling around underneath of it and I saw this twine hanging down, and we cleaned the twine off at straight pipes back here, but we did not notice it wrapped up in this axle. And oh my God, is it wrapped. I tried cutting it out and I got that far. But my knife isn't that great. So I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I got my twine burner here. This El Toro twine cutter, and we're gonna put the burner to it and try pulling it out with this and going from there. She's starting to get red here now, so basically just work my way into it. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll bring you back here in a little bit once we get this out. Alrighty, there you have her. It didn't take long, but note to self, when finished a job site, make sure to check all your wheels, right? For the twine that gets built up in there. Tighten that bolt for that axle support. Anyways, but we got her out. That was a lot easier than with a fucking knife, let me tell you. It was caked in there. So now we're gonna have to, everything looks good. I don't think we fucked up the seal, thank God. So we're gonna throw some grease into this son of a bitch and we'll get the tire back on it. And then we'll go about doing a final grease up on her. And yeah, we're pretty much done with this thing. Unless somebody phones and says, hey, can you come and clean our corrals or haul the manure out from our corrals? So, but at this point, we've got her cased. Alrighty guys, so this piece of the floor has been broke out for a while. And what started happening was this side, like right here going across this way, there's a cross member, and we would get some manure and dirt. You can see the bottom edge of the cross member right there. We get some manure and dirt underneath, and these self-drilling screws that I had in there, like this, aren't worth a shit. They pulled out and dirt was getting underneath, and it would push this side of the floor up. Then on this side, there's no cross member until you get way back here. So from here to back here, there's nothing. And it was pushing this section down a little bit. So I was afraid I would hook the floor with the wall when we push. That whole wall up front there, it comes back. And I was afraid we would hook the floor and rip it out. So I ran carriage heads and bolted this side of the floor right down. And then on this side, I had some 1/4 inch by 3 flat bar, and I welded it in here, basically put in another cross member to over here to give that stability there. Eventually, I'm going to have to replace the floor on this side, and just this piece of plastic, if I remember correctly, well, this was a couple years ago, is like fucking $3,000. It's probably around 5 or 6 now with my luck. That's just how things go for me, it seems like. And more or less for everybody nowadays. what used to be a couple bucks is $2 is now $10 type of thing. So, but anyway, that should help hold the son of a bitch everything in place better now. So yeah, she's all greased up and ready to rock and roll for the next job or to get parked for the winter. And that's exactly what's going to happen here right now. We'll park it for the winter. If somebody happens to phone, then we can just hook up and go. But otherwise, she's done for the year. The weather's still good. We could still be doing some shit cleaning if somebody happens to phone. Okay, I'll let you go. We'll bring you guys back later. Alrighty guys, so that's all done. Service, greased up the Bobcat, loader arms and locking pins, so on and so forth. The corral panel we built yesterday, that's it there. And if you remember what I was saying about how this 1/8 by 1 flat bar, I maybe should have went to like a 3/16. It would probably still curl a little bit like this, but keep in mind, each piece of 1 by 1 125 wall is basically 35 pounds. Then you add these pieces in, this 1.5 inches, or 1.25 inches, I mean, 125 wall, and all the flat bar. I did a rough calculation and I figure this corral panel, the way it sits right now, is 175 to 178 pounds. Not too far off of 200 pounds. She's a heavy bastard. For what's there, it's a heavy bastard. Anywho, I gotta make a shitload of phone calls. So I'm gonna let you guys go. And we might hit the bush yet today. So stay tuned. We'll catch you later. So if you guys are wondering, yeah, we never cut that the other day to stove length. We ended up with some company and it got really windy and that wind was fucking cold and we just said, screw it, we're not doing that. So I was gonna go out to the bush and do more brush cutting, but I figured we're supposed to get snow Saturday, Friday night, Saturday all day. So I might as well get some of this cut up and put away before it gets rained on / snowed on. Anyway, I'm gonna work at this. I'm gonna let you guys go and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Alrighty guys, well I didn't quite get it all done. But I got about half of it done. Lots of those logs don't have to be split. We could just cut them and throw them in the wood shack, but we got a lot more wood in here now. CP doesn't think we're gonna come any more this way. I could build one more row in here, but we got this full of kindling type stuff. So I did take some out from on top up there, as you can see. But yeah, there's a little bit of wood in here now, that's for sure. And when I get that done, that'll probably goddamn near fill it as high as where that low spot is right there. Or more. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go for tonight. It's getting a little bit too dark for working with chainsaw and whatnot, and I don't got no lights out here, so we'll yammer at y'all later. Hey guys. Morning everybody. How you guys doing today? They're just chowing down over there on their morning breakfast. It's whole oats right now. They're only getting 2 pails a day for right now. I start them off slow, but with it I also have their 32% protein. It's called a beef maker, and it's medicated, so they're getting that. I got to get it out of their grain manger in here, or grain trough, whatever you want to call it, just to give them more standing space. They were on 1 pail a day, now they're on 2. And soon we'll be, our mix mill is sitting at my buddy's place in his shop. If you go back in our videos, or some of you will remember, we were at my buddy's in the late summer, like in August, and we were grinding grain at his place, did a couple loads, and then I asked him to store my machine for me for the rest of the season so it doesn't get a bunch of moisture on the inside of the tanks. But anyway, they're looking good. They're not really, nobody's sick or really anything like that, so that's a positive. They're all perky eared, no droopy ears, so on and so forth. We'll see what happens after come Saturday, because Saturday's supposed to be the nasty one. But anyway, going down this way, I've got my gates open to Corral 1 and Corral 3, because we got to bring our cows home from the pasture. Not that that's that big a deal. And tomorrow, Friday the 15th, is preg test day. So, yabba dabba doo, right? And if anybody's wondering, yes, that's a steel door on a wood bin. All I did, a buddy had tore some bins down, and this one and that one, the doors out of them with the frames out of his steel bins, I took them and I anchored them into the door frame of these old wood bins. Hey, it works, right? Why not? So okay, I got to get on the tractor. I'll bring you guys back after. There's always some slow pokes. And there's always a dum-dum that doesn't know how to come around the gate like everybody else. Well, now to go out and make sure they all came. Later. Alrighty guys, well, cows are all in the corral. Everybody is in the corral. Bulls, cows, calves, you name it, they're all in there. Just got done feeding a little bit of hay to the deer. And I was thinking maybe I would do some brush cutting this afternoon, but it wants to rain. And I don't got a windshield wiper for me Bobby Cat. Well, maybe that's something I could get installed. I have one. I have the motor. And if I can rig up an old wiper blade from my truck on the Bobcat, that would be fine. But then again, maybe I'll just work at cutting and welding some corral panels for the yard. I don't know yet. Stick around and find out. I'll let you guys go. We'll talk to y'all later. Well, good morning, everybody. Yeah, there's still the odd one that's bawling around, but for the most part, they do most of their bawling at me wanting oats, but they're not cleaning up 2 pails. They'll go back and they'll look at it, and they eventually do clean it. It's just taking time. I'll be moving these guys out of here soon. And we got cows in there. We got cows in there. Cows in there, and I got cows in there. And what the fuck am I doing? Well, I want to separate my heifers off of the cows. And we're going to preg test them first. Because they're actually slated to calve a lot earlier than the cows. They're slated to start in February. Like 2.5, 3 months. December, January, yeah. Being that it's the 15th of November, by the 15th of February, we should be seeing the odd calf. Today is preg testing day. November the 15th, Friday. And vet said he'll be here at 1 o'clock. CP is gone to Indian Head with Peanut. I don't know, some kind of eye surgery. She's got a scratch on one of her eyeballs. And it's either scratched or there's something in it. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna work at getting these girls sorted off a little bit. It took me forever to get them in the barn here because they just were not cooperating this morning. I literally had to bring them in groups like what you see. So I'll let you go and we'll bring you back later. Alrighty guys, well, I got 3 heifers in the alley, 1 cow that doesn't want to back out. Now when I say heifers, some of them are first time calvers and some of them are actually heiferettes. There's 2 back there with a cow. I got to pull that cow out. And then I got her, that psycho bitch. We got her pulled off. CP and I pulled 5 off yesterday, them psycho cocksuckers. So that's another story in itself with those ones as to what's going to happen with them or not happen. So basically the whole idea here is pull a few, sort them from cows to heifers and heiferettes, and then pull a few more is the idea. And these ones just about sorted themselves, I think. Oh, now she wants to back up. What have we got going on here? So some of these girls, like I said before, are bred for relatively early. I just don't want to get kicked here. Hey, come on, move. There you go. There you go. Yep. Now, if there's a letter on the ear tag, either J or K, let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So if it's a K, they would be bred for early calving. Like this girl right here, she's got a K on her. If it's a J, then they're bred for March. But Jay and with the, like this one here is 357. And that one's 3 orange 8. Those ones are first-time calvers. Betty Davis, she's a first-time calver. She's 83. Her mother is, oh, you came out. Holy shit, look at that. Good girl. So, these girls, I'm going to move them into the next side of the barn. Just do a few at a time, right? And they're quiet, so they're not scared of me. The downside is if I spook them, then they can kick out. Come on, girls. Other side. They're big. There's some big girls here. There we go. All right, I'm going to continue on. We'll bring you back later. Alrighty, I believe we got her done. So like that one right there, the red brockle, she's got a K on her ear tag. So I mean she's a heiferette. These other two are first timers. So 3 there. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, girls. $19 head. For early calving. Go to the other side. Come on. No. There we go. That's how I want them. I'll give them lots of space so they don't get overheated while we're waiting for the vet. Alrighty, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna go have a coffee. And we'll just have to wait until later on today to see how this test of ours is gonna go. Alrighty guys, so close that. For the first part of this preg test, it's going to be kind of a fuck around. But it's because I haven't got an empty corral to run my opens into. Oh, there we go. So, we just ran all of these girls, and there was one heifer that I missed, and we got her straightened out. So there's 20 of them. But just ran all of these girls, these cows, into the barn. So the idea here is pregnant heifers go to this bale, into this corral. This is where our replacement heifers were. They're in the big windbreak corral out there. Open heifers if somebody's open, because once we get to doing these girls, they'll all be in the back there. So open heifers will come out the side gate and funneled right back into here. That's the plan. And every great plan is subject to change. I gotta make an ear tag for a cow in here. And CP went to get our calf recording book, because in the corral outside I gotta make a tag for a cow that's out there. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. We'll bring you back once the vet gets here. So these girls are good. They're in calf. What? New corral. So far, how's it going? Well, it's going. It's just CP and I and Nick, our vet. So I'm bouncing around all over. But we got like half a dozen opens already. I'm not overly happy with that. But what do you do, right? So, and actually, one, open that gate behind you, Kathy. One that's really late. She'll be like a end of May to June calver type cow. So now we got to do this group and then we'll have it cased.
What's this one's number?
This one?
Yeah.
Orange 11. Orange 36 is the Hereford.
Orange 18 is the black.
And orange 18 is the...
I haven't checked the back one yet.
Okay, I'll let a couple out.
Yeah, sounds good.
Alrighty guys, so we're all done. We did not preg test these girls because I'm going to send them to a pregnant sale. They're gonzo. And some of you might say, send them to an open sale. They're too mean. But believe it or not, there's a fuck of a lot of guys that want cows like that. Because they calve in the hills. And I got one cow. She's 50 days right now. And I got to get her out and put her with the big group out there. At 50 days right now would put her calving approximately mid to end of June. So it's just outside of our 90-day window, but it's not bad. So I got to sort her off, which leaves us with 4 cows open.
Wait for your tusk come out.
Yep.
And number 6 is going in my freezer.
Yep. So, unfortunately, Miss 6, my favorite heifer of all for this past year, is open. But I need to eat too, and she's been eating well. So, and the red white face, she's the later cow, but some guys would call her our patriarch cow. She's the oldest cow on the farm at this point, I think. Man, they're shitty. Whew. Oh, look at that. You piss off. Okay, she's sorted. Push her out. Screw it. Push the other one out too. I'll sort them back here.
Come on.
Okay, I'll let you guys go. That was our preg testing. Talk to y'all later.